Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel, and in our top stories today from the New York Post, Dem Rep LaMonica McIver charged over chaotic Newark ICE detention center protest, while Mayor Ras Baraka's case is dismissed. U.S. Attorney Alina Habba announces, and of course, essentially what happened was the mayor kind of backed down from it. He apologized, and basically Alina gave him a break, which we kind of knew was going to happen. We knew it was going to be a misdemeanor. And, of course, this was essentially a coordinated effort by the Democrats really to have a photo op to come across this incident for exactly the reason that we're talking about right now, so that it could get play, so people could see it, so they could discuss the fact that, you know, they were being treated or mistreated by a fascist regime that we're currently under. And I just wanted to show you some of the, well, we'll show you some of the clips here in a minute, but Rep. LaMonica McIver will face criminal charges for her alleged actions during a confrontation with law enforcement outside of a Newark immigration detention center earlier this month. Today, my office has charged Congresswoman McIver with violating the Title 18 United States Code Section 11A1 for assaulting, impeding, and interfering with law enforcement. Acting New Jersey U.S. Attorney Alina Habba announced Monday McIver was among several Democratic lawmakers involved in a chaotic scene that unfolded outside the Delaney Hall Detention Center on May 9th, which resulted in the arrest of a Democratic Newark Mayor Ras Baraka for allegedly trespassing and at the facility that contracts with Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. Now, I wanted to show you some of the highlight clips here because it's very interesting, the difference between the way New York Post presented it and the way ABC presented it, because, of course, you may have seen some of the video where she was actually elbowing some of the officers, as well as even some claim throwing an open or closed fist as well. Now, we won't get into all that because it is YouTube, so I'm just going to show you a section of it to kind of corroborate what I'm saying.
Where's your handbill for her? What? Well, wait, he just assaulted me. Let's just walk on this. I am filing a complaint. All right. I am filing a complaint.
So obviously you see the confrontation here, and a lot of the video has been edited, of course, to not show those particular incidents that we just talked about, because, of course, those are all going to be part of the investigation and so forth, and, you know, just with it being on YouTube as well. And a lot of the blurring that you see there is to protect the officers in most of the cases there. So it can be really challenging to do those blur outs, believe me. As someone who edits video, editing is one of my least favorite things, and, man, it is challenging to do that. And as you can see here from ABC News, they say charges against Rep. LaMonica McIver sparked backlash after incident with ICE agent. Really, why would it spark backlash? That doesn't make sense. Why would it do that?
Of time to actually get up and running.
Okay, what are we doing here? Are we going to show the video?
Facing federal charges. A New Jersey congresswoman is facing federal charges after a confrontation with immigration agents in Newark. The Justice Department has charged Congresswoman LaMonica McIver with assaulting federal agents outside a detention facility. She claims the charges are politically motivated.
Now, the reason I wanted to show that, and then we have the mayor here, is that in this video, of course, they're showing very little of it. They're basically she's just kind of jammed up with all these other individual people. But, and of course, as we just read here, what acting attorney Alina Habba is doing, and McIver, along with a few other members of Congress, Ras Baraka, the mayor of New York, New Jersey, were protesting outside of Delaney Hall, a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention facility. Is a private facility. So if they wanted to make arrangements to go there, they'd still have to make arrangements. They may have the right to go there to go and inspect and things, but they still have to make arrangements because that's just normal formality, right? It's just normal decorum. Showing up the way they did, and then Baraka just kind of showed up there last minute. I think they just kind of called him in as last minute because of some of the situations going on there, and he got himself in trouble. But I would still argue that a lot of it was just mainly a photo op. And here it is from Benny Johnson. Breaking: New Jersey U.S. Attorney Alina Habba has charged Rep. LaMonica McIver under the Title 18, as we just heard. And if you read some of the lettering here, if I can get it a little bit where I can actually read it. Take my obligation as U.S. Attorney seriously. I understand the responsibilities that come with my position, and I will work diligently to uphold the law and deliver justice to the people of New Jersey. After extensive consideration, we have agreed to dismiss Mayor Baraka's misdemeanor charge of trespassing for the sake of moving forward. So, of course, as I said here, I think he came out and apologized, or he did something, in other words, to kind of account for his actions. And then we see here Congressional oversight is an important constitutional function and one that I fully support. However, this is not an issue in this case. So in other words, as I said there, they do have the right to go there to these facilities, but just regular formality and decorum would require, they at least make arrangements with the facility so they can properly welcome them and receive them. Representative LaMonica McIver assaulted, impeded, and interfered with law enforcement in violation of Title 18, as we just read and have seen and have heard from the video clip. So you guys all let me know down in the comments section, because of course people are still kind of really up in arms about all this, or like we see here, still waiting for some arrest, and so they want action to be taken, right? And as we said here, as we've mentioned here on the BuzWeaver channel, the last 4 years, the Democrats had the attitude of, what are you going to do about it? And that's basically how they operated the whole time. And, of course, here on many of the social media platforms, we'd learned, of course, as we've covered here on the channel, that there was a lot of censorship going on there with panels and access to Twitter at the time. And so people, conservatives and others that spoke out against the Democrats or the left and even the president, of course, could find themselves censored or demonetized and suppressed and all these sorts of things. But I welcome your comments down in the public section. Do you think that what Attorney Alina Habba is doing is representative of what we should have been doing or should be doing to kind of restore our country, as I say, the restoration of our country? Because it was hijacked. I mean, face it, our culture, our institutions, and our justice system were all hijacked by the left. And as we said here, their attitude always was, what are you going to do about it? How can you stop us? And, of course, they threw everything they had at Donald Trump to try to stop him. And but it's curious now, right? Because we're learning about what happened with Joe Biden, as we covered here on the channel as well, with his prostate cancer. The stage that he's at right now and his condition obviously happened over a period of years, according to doctors. So how could that have just been a sudden thing that happened within the last 100 days? Of course, how many things did they know? How many things were being hidden, right, about Joe Biden and just their actions in general? So I'm glad a lot of this is coming to light. Now, of course, I have no ill will towards Joe Biden. And as I implied in the video, it's not to pile on Joe Biden or any of those sorts of things, because obviously the situation and circumstances are as they are. Of course, here we are a political channel, and we just discuss these topics. I have no particular hate towards the Biden administration. I just disagree with a lot of what they do. And, of course, you guys know what I disagree about, because I explain it here to you guys. But I do thank all of you across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, for your guys' continued support. And, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X, as we see here. And you guys can follow me there. And, of course, my affiliate marketing there, Amazon. So if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, I'd ask you guys to take advantage of that. Your privacy is protected and does help out the channel. And, of course, speaking of privacy online and protection, I have my VPN. Trust Zone's one of my favorites. It's a no-fuss, no-bloat VPN. Gets you straight to what you need to do so you can get your business done. And, of course, all of you guys here on YouTube, thank you so very much for all of you who are subscribed, as well as selecting notifications. I am experimenting with some of the shorts and some of the new changes that they have made with the algorithm. So for all of you guys that may be getting additional notices from time to time, it's because I'm doing some experimentation and doing some changes. So thank you for bearing with me. But nonetheless, guys, appearing there on the screen, that will be the channel icon for all of you who are watching on YouTube. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.